everyone, and welcome on into my very first series called Dot's World. In this series, we are going to be mainly focusing on building, but I want to expand a bit to everything else that Minecraft has to offer. So to start this series off, I want to gather some wood and stone. So what better way to do that than in a super awesome montage? That was the montage. Yeah, bit short, I think. Oh well. So while we're gathering some stuff and killing some sheepies, there it is. I want to talk to you a bit about my plans for this world. I want every build to have a story. Everything needs to be somehow connected to each other, which is definitely gonna be quite a challenge. But I'm very excited to get going on this. What's that? Is that a pillager outpost? Oh no, I don't want to go close to that. Okay, so now that we have basically a buffet of food here, look at how much we got. I think we are ready for caving. I'm a bit scared, I have to tell you. I know the caves are big, and I know I normally die. Let's get my sword out. But yeah, I think we're ready, kinda. Let's just go. I couldn't find any cave, so we're just digging straight down, which I realize isn't the smartest option, but when did I ever choose the smartest option? I've dug my way down all the way to level -4, and I finally think if I just open up here, look at this. Now this is what I call a cave. Also, I call it very dangerous, as you can see. Now I'm thinking of it, this place is actually not too bad to put our first chest down. Look how big this goes. Look how much room we can have here to build in. I think we found it already. And for now, this lush cave, this safe glowberry lush cave will definitely do the trick. I'm getting chased. From what I said, it was safe. No! I don't even have my shield on me. There it is. I did it. I was just mining some iron. Also, don't mind the spider. That's currently very noisy here. But I was mining some iron and look what I found. Our very first diamonds. Oh, there are only 2. Oopsie. But at least now we have a good staircase from all the way up here where we can gather our wood to all the way down where our bed is. Which is quite a long way. And even though I do enjoy this lush cave, I do think my starter base should be lower where all the angry ones are. I am a bit scared, but I think we should make a staircase again. Oh, hello. What are you? Like I said, I think we should make a diamond staircase all the way down. Well, that went a tiny little bit different than I had hoped that would go. Luckily, I got all my stuff back, but I think I found a lot of zombies here. Oh my. Okay, it seemed to have calmed down just a tiny bit, just enough for me to place all my torches around. Because this place is a little bit more dangerous than I even thought it would be. Oh no. Oh no. Whew. Okay. Okay, it's definitely not perfect, but I do think we have found... Oh, fallen creepers. We have found fallen creepers. Um, no, I do think we have found a good place right there. So let's grab some resources for that and just start building. Okay, we have to chop some wood and I might... Did I forget? No, I've got my axe right here. So let's get this wood... Huh. It's all gone. Huh. So I went ahead and gathered everything we need for this starter build, which means we can actually start building. And the first thing we're gonna do is the shape. And as you can see, I already started building a rectangle right here, which is gonna be the main shape of this build. But to make it a little bit more interesting, which I always try and do, we are gonna get shot by a skeleton. I am gonna try and make a little nook. Let's see, what's the middle here? Right here, sticking out. So the shape just gets a tiny bit more interesting. Next up is gonna be our frame. We are gonna do that with dark oak, and we're gonna shave it as well. But instead of making the frame right here on top of the foundation, we are gonna build it one out to give the build a little bit more depth. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we build a beam right across. And as you can see, we are doing this all the way around to make sure that every single side of this building has got the same depth. And to give all these beams a little bit more support, we are going to try and add 1 or 2 beams every side to make sure that it doesn't look like the whole thing can't support itself. I also want to add a little bit more overhang on the roof on this side. So this is gonna have 1 extra layer of wood here. And there we have it. We've got our main frame here. I'm super happy with this. One thing's missing. We need a roof, so let's get going on that. And before we can start on this roof, I have to tell you all about what we're gonna do with all these buildings. The main theme is gonna be boathouses. Yeah, you heard it right, boathouses. I don't know if you've seen it in real life, but some houses have got like half a boat as a roof. And I basically want to create a weird kind of underground fishing village. And to create the shape of a boat, we have to go from really steep. So if I go 1, 2, 3 here, we can go 1, 2, 3 here to a little bit less steep where we can do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we go to 1, 1, and then this is supposed to be the middle, if everything's correctly. Yeah, and we will do the same on the other side. So now we go back to 2, another 2, and going back to 1. And as you can see, we've got the shape of a boat right here. I do think it doesn't look as sturdy as it should do, so I'm gonna add 1 extra layer inside so it has a little bit extra support. And as you can see, we have copied this roof design a couple of times to really give this feeling of a well-structured building. The only thing really left to do for our frame is going to be the roof of this little nook that we made here. So it's going to be basically a mini version of the roof we already built. And there we have it. This is the skeleton of the build. This is most of the work. All we have to do now is just color the rest in. That's all. That's all we have to do. So for the base of this build, I was thinking shaved jungle wood. So let's fill that in first and see how it looks like. That is looking very good. The reason why I want kind of neutral colors, it doesn't pop yet, is because this roof is going to be the main eye catcher of this build. That is why we are going to go with pink, purple. Pink, magenta. Nothing is pink, but it looks a bit pink. We are going to go with pinkish colors to make the roof really pop. And for these kind of things, I always try to do 2 different kind of blocks to try and alternate so it isn't one big blob of color. And we are going to just patch it through. Oh no. A couple more creeper explosions later, but here we are. We've got the roof. I've also went ahead and filled in everything here and on the other sides as well. And all we have to do right now is the details. I think the first thing we'll have to do is try and create some windows by just chopping them out. And there it is, windows all around. The next thing we're going to focus on, as you can see, these bits are looking very, very plain. If we just go from all the way up here, down here, and do something like this, maybe? It's like a little spider on a build, but to be fair, it works quite well. We also want this roof on top of here to stick out just a little bit more. I hope we have the room, actually. Let's just go like this. Oh, we don't have any room here. That should be enough. Let's see how it looks from down below. Yeah, just like I thought, it's poking very much into the ceiling here. We are probably gonna try and fix that later. Maybe remove the entire ceiling at that part, but let's do the same on the other side. As you can see, it's a slightly different pattern, and we did have enough room to make the top a little bit bigger. So we're almost done here. I think a little bit more detail will definitely do the trick. Don't take no offense, but we are gonna place some fences around. Fences are a thing I use a lot to really detail builds and just place them around everywhere I think I see fit, which normally is at the inside of a roof, just like this, to give it a tiny bit extra layer of depth. And there we have it. We added a lot more detail here. As you can see, the fences are all in place. I also added on every place where the beams connect up, I added one stone block with a button on it. Again, the button is just to add a little bit more depth. And I covered all the ugly side of the logs up with a trapdoor. So I'm very happy with this. I think a porch or something will definitely do well in this build, because it's either a step like this, but adding a porch will add a whole lot to this. So instead of having it super symmetrical, I want to add some asymmetry to this build. So we are gonna go around this corner and we are gonna end it right here. I also added some beams to give a bit of support, and I want to add white things here to say this is the entrance. Here you can go through. For the barrier here, I was thinking, look how much these look like they're basically pillars, and they fit perfectly into our color scheme. So we are gonna add these as kind of barriers, and then to top it off we will add another layer of dark oak slabs. And that's the porch all done. All we need right now is maybe a bunch of plants around, or maybe a street light somewhere. We definitely have to work on the environment here, but I think this is a very good starter base. I want to move my stuff here, so I'm quickly going to make a floor and put some chests down, and we can completely move in here. And that is it. That was my very first episode. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Goodbye.